Of all the Republican candidates out there, why should someone vote for you?
You were the only anti-war candidate back then. I was against the Iraq War. As I recall, you were the only anti-war candidate in either party. Well, guess what? Tables turn now. I'm the only true anti-war candidate in either political party now when it comes to Ukraine.
I would take issue that when I opposed the war in Iraq and going for weapons of mass destruction that wasn't there, so I ended up being right. You can't compare that to the United States supporting Ukraine defending itself against Russia.
But what I'll say is, bro, that's the most annoying thing ever, bro.
Well, you putting a different standard on me, but I won't even make the racial application there. We vote for you.
Listen, at the age of 18, I think you persuaded me on that one, that political experience is not the same as holding office. To tell you the truth, the reason I came out there, and I was intrigued.
Can I put out right-wing press that Sharpton converted a young, well, I don't want to take credit for
to believe outside of political experience, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Vivek Ramaswamy is at it again.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna play the clip of Vivek and Al Sharpton going at it, and then I'm gonna give my commentary on the other side. Roll the film.
Let's get to my question here. Go ahead.
Reverend Sharpton, hello. I'm Vivek, and I want to ask you, last week on the show we had Senator Kerry, and this week, and the week before we had Senator Edwards, and my question for you is, of all the Democratic candidates out there, why should I vote for the one with the least political experience?
Well, you shouldn't, because I have the most political experience. I got involved in the political movement when I was 12 years old. And I've been involved in social policy for the last 30 years. So don't confuse people that have a job with political experience.
That's kind of an interesting statement, stating that that's an argument used against Vivek Ramaswamy, him not having experience in this field, and, why should we vote for you, blah, 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 blah.
Years later, now my turn to ask you, of all the Republican candidates out there, why should someone vote for you, the one with the least political experience? And I might add, you've never held office. You've only voted twice.
That's correct.
In the last few elections. You don't even vote regularly.
Yes.
And you support Donald Trump, who never held office until he was president. Well, you putting a different standard on me, but I won't even make the racial application there. We vote for you.
Listen, at the age of 18, I think you persuaded me on that one, that political experience is not the same as holding office. To tell you the truth, the reason I came out there, and I was intrigued.
Can I put out right-wing press that Sharpton converted a young, well, I don't want to take credit for
to believe outside of political experience, I'm going to tell you the truth. One of the things, I'll even give you one more for you, okay? You were the only anti-war candidate back then. I was against the Iraq War. As I recall, you were the only anti-war candidate in either party. Well, guess what? Tables turn now. I'm the only true anti-war candidate in either political party now when it comes to Ukraine. I believe in America First policies. I think this Ukraine war does not advance American interests. I was the only person with the courage to say that on the Republican debate stage last week. The real war I would take on is the war against the administrative state, the shadow government here at home. I think the people who we elect to run the government, once again, ought to be the people who actually run the government, not the cancerous bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. I'll have a 75% headcount reduction for all of the people who weren't elected in Washington, D.C. So this is a very different vision than you hear amongst traditional Democrats for sure, but even amongst traditional Republicans. I want to shut down the administrative state. I want to declare independence from China. I want to grow our economy by drilling and fracking and embracing energy. And I want to revive national pride in this country. That's not.
Let me know what y'all think about Vivek Ramaswamy so far, bro. Like, I really want to know, like, what are y'all thoughts on him? My personal thoughts on him, I don't really know much about the politics he's talking about. I'm not even gonna lie, like, I haven't even looked into this stuff. Really, this is the first time I'm looking into it. But I'll say him as a person, he's pretty intelligent. And one thing I like is that every time he wants to present himself, he presents himself very clearly and directly. His policies, though, I haven't looked into them. Don't really know much about that one, but as a human, as an intelligent human, he seems pretty smart. Hey y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe.
Republican idea or a Democratic vision. It is a pro-American vision. That's what I stand for. It's why I'm in this race.
I would take issue that when I opposed the war in Iraq and going for weapons of mass destruction that wasn't there, so I ended up being right. You can't compare that to the United States supporting Ukraine defending itself against Russia. So that's
Look, I think there's a myth that Ukraine's actually, I think I was against the Iraq war then, but I'm consistent now. Ukraine is not some democracy that we've now painted it to be. I think this is a regime that really has some serious flaws as well.
Ukraine is in
So I think I respectfully disagree with you.
Strategic place where
I respectfully disagree that I do not think
surrounded. But all right, we can agree to disagree on
Ukraine
that.
is not a NATO ally, and Ukraine doesn't advance U.S. interests. So that's one of the things that's distinctive about my views.
We disagree respectfully on that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
These race-baiting thuggers bother the living daylights out of me. It's funny that Al Sharpton tried to pull the race card on Vivek Ramaswamy when he just simply asked him about his experience. But he tried to pull the race card as if anybody questioning the black man only have one motive, and that is to be a motive of racism. But when he questions the Indian guy, that's not racist at all. Racism in that scenario don't even exist to Al Sharp tongue.
But bruh, I honestly didn't even catch him pulling the race card. But what I'll say is, bro, that's the most annoying thing ever, bro. Like, the fact that because you're a specific race or a certain race, people just expect you to think a certain way. That's the most annoying thing ever. It's so childish when I hear it. Like, oh, you like, bro, be for real, bro.
Reality, I think that just speaks to how ignorant Al Sharpton is and how intelligent Vivek Ramaswamy. But I thought he made an incredible point. He made mention right to the face of Al Sharpton is that you convinced me that not having the longevity of political experience, meaning being a politician, doesn't equate to having a low amount of experience to lead. So I think Vivek Ramaswamy killed it on that premise, and I think it's very simple. I think even if you believe Vivek Ramaswamy is a fraudulent person, I think that his explanations are very simplified to where the average American person don't have to be a rocket scientist. The average American person don't have to jump over hoops and jump over walls to get where the real issue is. It's very easy how we build economic success, and I think it's laid out very clearly when Vivek speaks about it. I think Donald Trump does a good job of speaking about it as well, but the fact still remains, it's not that hard, y'all. We can build the economy by opening up the pipelines, about allowing us to build that economy, about being energy independent in the United States of America. Instead of sending billions of dollars over to Ukraine, we could reinvest that billions of dollars into our country. And that should be a point of interest for us in America, the people, those of us who are interested in building America, not tearing down America, not eliminating America, not being a communist country that sounds cute with rainbows and whatever you want to call it.
Bruh, so like I said, I don't really know much about this whole topic right here, and I'm not going to really speak on it until I learn more about it. But Officer Tatum, I think that's his name, Officer Tatum. He seems like a very direct and honest guy, and I really do appreciate that in his videos. And the same way with Vivek Ramaswamy, like, he's very honest, he's very direct, and he'd go against anybody in a debate. So, if y'all have any thoughts on this that you want to teach me or that I should know, let me know in the comments. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out Officer Tatum's channel. And yeah, I catch you next one. Peace.